Merhaba. Hello, everybody. Super happy to be here in Istanbul. I've been working a bit more than 15 years in Fintech, and it's been 15 years I come to Istanbul for inspiration, because there's a lot of things happening here, and I'm very happy to be here in this event. For the same thing again, is to see what's happening, the creativity in a place that, for me, is a place of confluence. A place of confluence like merchant confluence, continent confluence, cultural confluence, innovation confluence. And I'm really happy with what I saw, the discussion I had so far, and looking forward to talking to all of you, if we have time, now or later. But super important for me and for us to be here with our local team. Story of confluence is a story of Web3. I think it's taking culture to the digital world, is taking value to the digital world, is bringing things together. Story of decentralization, how the individual can interact with the projects, with the companies, with the entities. Story of confluence. So we need to do Web3. We want it or not, it's happening. But we need to do it with the right tools. If we think about Web 1, didn't have the right tool, what was happening? Problems. Maybe you could lose your credit card information. It's pretty bad. If you think about Web 2, well, you will lose your personal data if something goes wrong. And maybe if something doesn't go wrong, many times. It's maybe also part of the game. Now with Web 3, we talk about control. We talk about ownership. But if it's with the wrong tools, you can lose it all. Big power, big risk. So what is this tool that is needed for Web 3? It's not a phone. It's not a computer. It's a Web 3 tool. And that's what we've been working on at Ledger for quite a long time, designing products that are made for Web 3, natively made for Web 3. So it looks like this. And what are the principles? There's a secret. The secret enables you to claim what is yours on the blockchain, to sign transaction, to put this value in movement. Should it be digital assets in general? Should it be value, crypto, NFT, and the rest? Through a secret that needs to be generated in a secure enclave, on a secure device, that needs to stay on the device, and a device that has a screen, so you can see what you're signing. That's it. That's what is needed for Web 3. The form factor is evolving. The goal is to make it more and more convenient. But that's what you need. And if you don't have that, there's a problem. The good news is that we sold 6 million of these devices. Good news is that we sold a lot here in Turkey. So a lot of people are in a good place. But you need that. And you need that to do what? Not only to hodl, as we say, and keep safe your assets on the side, but to participate in Web 3. And there comes the rest of what you need. You need to rebuild on this foundation the Web 3 platform. So that's what we've been doing for last years at Ledger, is on top of the hardware, create a proprietary operating system, and the ensemble is tested and tested again by our security lab that is independent from the main business. This is a security lab, I think probably among the best that exists, that is permanently testing the product. So it's a product with zero hack. But you need to make it usable. And the platform goes through an application, what's called Ledger Live, that enables, through the platform that sits on top, everybody to integrate their project. Because with Web 3, everybody who was doing something so far will just do it in a different way. So traditional players of finance, of fintech, will interact with Web 3 platforms. New players emerging, and we saw some example at the conference today, will interact with these platforms. But the foundation needs to be secure. So that's why we've developed a set of API for anybody to build their projects on top. And so that's the ecosystem. That is a very open ecosystem that we are developing. why is it important? Is that everybody will own digital assets. We think about crypto, it's obvious, we've talked a lot about NFT, but if you think about brands, every brand today, every consumer brand that has a project, and I had a chance to be based in Paris, we interact a lot, for example, with luxury brands, but not only. Fashion, every brand will issue digital assets. Digital assets will become the companion of the physical assets when they are sold. So not only we are building tools for consumers, but we are building tools also for brands and for companies, for them to not only secure their assets, but manage the governance. Because you cannot have only one person in a company having the keys to everything that is digital assets in this company. It's a nonsense. So we developed Ledger Enterprise solution for people to do the same thing, to build on the platform, to connect their projects, and to interact securely with everything that is Web3. So it's a story of really fostering innovation, putting ourselves as the center in terms of operating system, but not as a center in terms of owning innovation or limiting innovation. It's a story that goes through form factors. So our devices are also evolving. We announced at the end of last year a new device called Stacks. This is the work of Tony Fadell, who is the inventor of the iPod. We are very happy with it. Why? Because, well, first, as you can see, it fits in my pocket. It connects with my phone. Secrets stay here. I can sign transaction with a form factor that is easier for people to use than the previous one. And it will continue like this to become something natural for everyone. So if you're doing Web3 with the wrong tools, my advice would be maybe you should change something. If you're doing Web3 with the right tool, then we are open for any type of discussion, because innovation is at the center of everything we do. So that's a little bit the message for us. In terms of markets, we see different usage depending on different places from crypto. I think I said it in the introduction. Here is the story of Confluence. There's tons of things happening. People investing, people imagining alternatives, people imagining new projects, people thinking regionally, thinking worldwide. It's really a center of innovation. So that's what is driving us. We are really trying to make our devices easier to use, more accessible, and we are looking forward to more partnerships, probably with everybody, because I cannot imagine a project that couldn't fit in our ecosystem. So I want to thank you a lot for listening, and looking forward to doing things together. Thank you very much.